Hello and good day. This is World University and Schools live Hangout on air on Monday, August 13th, 2018. And we'll begin in a moment when and if people join this Hangout and focus on your questions and your ideas and thoughts for World University and School. In the meanwhile, I'd like to just share a little news. World University and School is seeking to begin the accreditation process. And as we proceed with this, we'd like to build out of MIT OpenCourseWare in its 5 languages, where MIT OpenCourseWare is Creative Commons 4 licensed. So that allows for 3 things: sharing, adapting, but non-commercially. So as we proceed with accreditation with the state of California, and then with, in all likelihood, WUaS Senior. So the state of California's agency is the Bureau of Private Post-Secondary Education, and WUaS stands for Western Association of Schools and Colleges. We will, with BPPE, explore how their definition of private education in California, which as a state accrediting agency says that private institutions, private universities involve payment from students, can articulate, work with, dovetail with the MIT OpenCourseWare's Creative Commons 4 licensing third stipulation, which is that use of the MIT OpenCourseWare must be non-commercial. So World University and School seeks to explore whether the Bureau of Private Post-Secondary Education, BPPE, in the state of California can create an amendment or an addendum to their regulations that would allow for Creative Commons for MIT OpenCourseWare to be offered for degrees in California online through World University and School. And once World University and School can begin to accredit with BPPE, providing we find a way to get this amendment or addendum, that's what I'm calling it, then we will be able to also begin to accredit with WUaS Senior, Western Association of Schools and Colleges, which also accredits Stanford University and UC Berkeley and the other UCs, as I understand this, and 150, 60, 70, 80 other universities and colleges on the west coast of the United States, and also some internationally. So that's some of the news relative to accreditation for World University and School today. Once we've begun the accreditation process, for example, with this change or amendment with Bureau of Private Post-Secondary Education, then we can potentially begin to reach out now for undergraduate students to matriculate online in English for free to students because of the non-commercial MIT OpenCourseWare Creative Commons 4 stipulation, beginning in January of 2019 is our hope. And we're seeking roughly 100 to potentially 500 students in English. And they would be taking the MIT OpenCourseWare courses and related courses towards 6 majors at this point. See the World University and School.org page and the course catalog there, which lists the 6 majors. And the platform would be potentially some combination of the World University and School Miraheza MediaWiki. So you could go to the engineering wiki subject page at wiki.worlduniversityandschool.org/engineering or something like that. And then click on an MIT OpenCourseWare course and register, matriculate, assuming you're a student who will commit to 4 years for a free MIT OpenCourseWare-centric undergraduate degree, and begin to take these courses. World University and School is planning to accredit on the kind of graduate student instructors teaching sections in, for example, 10-person group video Hangouts. Students from all over the world in those 10-person Hangouts. And other aspects, other parts of this potential platform, besides the WUaS Miraheza MediaWiki, will be Google Education Platform, and both of these will emerge around the MIT OpenCourseWare in English, of which there are about 2,400 courses, 2,400 courses, both undergraduate and graduate. So that's a little bit of the news for World University and School in terms of our next steps. Stay tuned to the World University and School.org webpage and also the Twitter feed, World Univ and SCH. The other interesting potential news or idea with MIT OpenCourseWare and a kind of Google-centric platform with TensorFlow, the relatively new AI or artificial intelligence software from Google, is to begin to add the MIT OpenCourseWare in its 36 departments, roughly 36 departments at MIT have put their OpenCourseWare online. And those are our World University and Schools beginning nominal potential majors. or degree focuses or areas of study for eventual degrees. And because the CC4 licensing allows for adaptation or adapting the MIT OpenCourseWare, it will be very interesting to, and potentially creatively generative, to begin to explore building a platform, perhaps in Google Education with TensorFlow, with those 36 departments OpenCourseWare at MIT in TensorFlow. So this is a way of developing a whole different approach, maybe to an academic department with TensorFlow AI software informing this. And there's one beginning example of TensorFlow being able to work with nuclear physics, which Lawrence Moroney has been tweeting about a little bit. And of course, MIT OpenCourseWare has nuclear physics department courseware online. Although World University and School is not oriented in the nuclear direction, there is potentially a need to plan for managing the existing nuclear on the planet Earth. So this OpenCourseWare is important for all 200 countries to manage questions, for example, of nuclear energy, nuclear resources. And so the MIT OpenCourseWare nuclear courseware can potentially articulate with nuclear energy in TensorFlow. And that may be a beginning model for adding all 36 MIT OpenCourseWare departments to TensorFlow, which would indeed be a very different way of looking at education, University of Education. In addition, it's kind of a third item in this news hangout this morning, the first being accreditation news, the second being the idea of adding all 36 MIT OpenCourseWare departments into TensorFlow. The third being the ongoing plan for World University and School to facilitate a realistic virtual Earth as STEM field sites for scientists and researchers and professors all around the world. Add your computer modeling, add your research to this realistic virtual Earth. Think Google Street View with Time Slider, Google Maps, Google Earth, Google Brain, TensorFlow, Google Translate, Google Poly, Google Arc Core or R Core, Augmented Reality Core. And also this realistic virtual Earth as classrooms, both at the Street View level, like Google Street View with Time Slider, and also at the cellular level for genetic research, for adding genetic modeling into this one virtual Earth, and at the atomic level. And potentially they'll all integrate and work together because of the artificial intelligence and machine learning underpinning them. And potentially we'll be able to go back 14 billion years to the beginning of the universe with the time slider part of it, and at the atomic level, at the cellular level. And not only a realistic virtual Earth, but a realistic virtual universe as STEM field sites for STEM researchers to add their research to teach from, and also as classrooms. But a realistic virtual universe, for example, to plan to go potentially to Mars, the planet Mars, in the 2030s, and make numerous mappings of that as STEM field site, as classroom. So those are the three pieces of news and potential resources for your thoughts, questions, or ideas that I wanted to share this morning, since a conversation hasn't emerged with you in this Hangout or other people coming to share your ideas, your thoughts, ask your questions. So thank you for your engagement, your listening. Please send your thoughts, questions, ideas to info@World University and School. And World University and School is seeking 100 to 500 undergraduate students, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, beginning this potentially January 2019, to matriculate online at Accrediting World University and School for free to students MIT OpenCourseWare centric bachelor degrees, undergraduate degrees over 4 years, with students meeting potentially in 10-person Google group video hangouts or Zoom conference spaces with 12 people, with graduate student instructors, learning from MIT faculty, potentially with Google group video hangouts into a realistic virtual Earth in something like Google Street View. Should indeed be a very novel, further face-to-face way of learning, pedagogical model. Google 10-person group video hangouts is face-to-face learning with conversation and a kind of potential for the conference method of teaching and learning, like that which is used at Reed College in Oregon. So we would like to facilitate that also online. Please let students around the world know that this remarkable opportunity of free to students online MIT OpenCourseWare centric degrees is possible. Potential coming up, second undergraduate class matriculating potentially in January of 2019. And the caveats about using MIT's name are on World University and School.org's page, which MIT Dean of Learning Cecilia De Oliveira asked World University and School to add. So please check those out as well. And thank you for joining. Questions, ideas, thoughts, info@worlduniversityandschool.org. I'll post some of this information also below the video for today. I'm Scott MacLeod. It's August 13th, 2018. Next World University and School Hangout on Air will occur potentially in an upcoming Monday, potentially this upcoming Monday, the 20th of August, at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. or 1700 hours UTC, Universal Coordinated Time, GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. Info at World University and School, worlduniversityandschool.org. Thank you. Bye.